Hello ladies and gentlemen, and otherwise what's up? My name is Devious. Today we're going to be doing an Arknights video in which I show you some squad composition basics, and there will be a demonstration. First off, to get these units is absolutely free. There's nothing specific that you have to do to get them with the exception of two, of which is exactly the same thing. Cora is interchangeable with functionally any defender, by the way. I just have her as a secondary option. Cora is one of the best in my opinion. If this was not a fully free-to-play squad, I would put Lascar in there, but hey, details. But yeah, even Beagle and Norcorn can work here, so if for some reason you don't get Cora for free, then weird, but okay. But any other defender works there. So, the composition itself, you're going to want 2 Vanguards for DP recovery and to get units out faster. For the second 2, you're going to want either a guard and a defender or 2 of either. This is kind of your mainline melee guys that are going to be blocking or doing a lot of damage. For the 2 next ones is going to be 2 snipers. You want these for anti-air primarily and for extra damage. They usually do quite a bit of damage. It's good to have quite a few of them. Next up, 2 medics. Do not skimp on this, I beg you. The 2 medics here are fantastic, and you always want at least the 2 so you can either double them up and get concentrated healing or spread them out and get full squad coverage. Next up, 2 casters for the magic damage and also lava specifically for the AoE. I always recommend running an AoE caster just for posterity's sake because mobs, or not necessarily mobs, but hordes of enemies are kind of a thing. Having a horde breaker specialist is a good idea. Next up is a couple of wildcard slots, actually. Almost got into detail, save myself this time. And these are basically, you can put whatever you want here. I like to keep it as 2 extra melees, or in Shaw's case, a little bit of each. And this just kind of helps me balance everything out and make the squads even. Now, let's get into details. Fang is an extremely basic Vanguard unit. Not too much to say here. She recovers DP automatically, will pump it to you every so often, and she's extremely cheap, so I like to run her even in my non-free-to-play squad, just for a quick get-out-and-go unit. Her stats are also pretty solid, and she can hold down a vector fairly well. Courier is basically a direct upgrade of Fang with a little bit more on the defensive side, and his Elite 1 can give you even more in the way of defense. Also, you get him pretty much for free. I'll show you where to get him and Gavial in a moment. Next up, Melantha. That is the highest attack in the game that I know of, at least. Run Melantha. There's no reason not to run Melantha. She can only block 1 unit, but she does so much damage that it's worth it. Next up is Gummy. Gummy has a self-heal ability, and this can heal nearby allies as well, and her Elite 1 also heals herself and nearby allies. There is no reason in my mind not to run Gummy if you have any trouble keeping your guys alive. So, yeah, she's a free tank healer. Also, in some scenarios, you can't deploy too many ranged characters, so it's good to have a pseudo-healer to kind of throw in there whenever you need. Not a lot to say about Cruz or Jessica, honestly. They attack quickly, they do damage, they do quite a bit of damage, and they shred aircraft. It's fantastic to have them both. Show you Jessica just for posterity's sake. Functionally identical in how they're played, but small subtle differences. They're both good units. Next up is Hibiscus and the 2 healers. Hibiscus is just a good single target healer. I can't really think of anything particular good or bad to say about her other than she has never let me down once. I've only recently replaced her because I got Gavial up to speed in my main squad, but for a free-to-play I was still running her next to Perfumer, which is an AoE healer, and she was keeping up just fine. Speaking of Gavial, she is a buff healer that is just really good. I got her up to like level 20, put her into accidentally an elite level 1 mission, and she performed fine. So I'm now running her in my main as well. Great unit, and again, you don't get her from the campaign, but I'll show you where to get her in Courier in a moment. Amiya is a 5-star caster that you get for free. I should not have to tell you that she is a wonderful unit to run. Lots of single target damage, lots of attack speed when her ability's up. Kind of depends on on which ability you want to use as to how she's played. I use the basic one just because it's a straight buff and there's no downsides, and it's just easier to keep up with. Lava, I want to say good things about Lava, but I'm going to be honest, the only real thing is her attack is pretty high for what it is, but I got Skyfire recently and she outclasses her in every way. So Lava's good as an AoE damage dealer whenever you don't have anyone else. I would still recommend, using her because she's slightly better than 12F in my opinion, and you can get her to higher and higher levels. She'll carry you through any content you need her to. She's a trooper. Shaw pushes units around, and yeah, she can push units off of cliffs and get instant kills, even on some of the higher tier, beefier boys. For me, that's massive. So, yeah, I'm not really going to explain this any further. She gets you instant kills, and you can pretty much swap this out for any other unit in the game, if I'm honest. You could throw in another guard if you want to, or want to have a little bit more damage. I want to say there's another fairly decent free-to-play guard. Kind of. Doberman's okay if you have a lot of 3-stars in your unit, and she'll buff people like Lava, Hibiscus, Cruz, Malanta, Fang. So Doberman's okay if you just want an extra guard in there and to get a little bit of a buff, but I like to bring Shaw for versatility's sake. Alternatively, you can bring Rope, who is just like Shaw, but she pulls instead of pushes, and that is always awesome. Cora, I wanted to have a second defender, and Cora's a really good defender. There's not much to say about it. She does have a skill on her Elite 1 that I haven't gotten to yet that will give you an extra potential block unit, so she can block 4 instead of 3, and to my knowledge that is the most blockables in the game. That made no sense whatsoever. She blocks a lot. She's a tank. There's not much else to say. Okay, so now that I've explained that, let me show you where to get those 2 units that I was talking about. So Fang and Gaviel, you're going to get right here in the kind of friendship credits thing, and basically you do this by interacting with other players. It's super easy. On the first day it's going to be Courier, on the second day it's going to be Gaviel, then it just kind of alternates from there, and you can max these guys out with no trouble whatsoever. Highly recommend you do so if, say, you don't get another guard. Definitely max out Gaviel no matter what. And yeah, that's pretty much it. They're fantastic, and I love them all. Now, let's get to some actual combat, and I am going to... Do I want to do this one? Yeah, I'm going to do this one. So, I do have most of these units pretty well high up there, and this is a level 40 mission, or recommended operator level 40. I have some above it, I have some beneath it. Don't let this fool you, Gummy's deleted. So I am over leveled for this, but this will just kind of show you how the units are used and why. And if I let anyone through, this is going to look really weird. Okay, had to cut. Definitely not me failing the mission out there. I made a dumb mistake. I'll just come out and say it. But we're going to go ahead, make the run. It's going to show you how to use yonder squad. Legit what happened as I was just not paying attention. I'm a genius. That was sarcasm, guys. Okay, so step 1. I'm going to put Fang out right there, and she's going to be my guard for this area. Speed it up a little bit. And I'm going to put Malanta here to both cover this sector here and kind of augment Fang's damage, because her damage is ridiculous and she's just going to be hitting like a truck. This area is going to be cleared out fairly well. This area is going to be pretty well locked down. We're basically clean. Alright, now that we have enough, not Cora, I'm going to put Shaw here, and as her ability charges up, she's going to be pushing units off of the side. This sector is now completely done. We don't even have to glance at it anymore. Now that we have a moment, I'm going to go ahead and put Jessica down, pointing this way, so we get maximum damage. I'm going to go ahead and also put Cruz down, pointing this way, so we get maximum coverage, because there's going to be some air units and I want to take them out. Now I don't really need any more in the way of melee units. I might use some just to showcase them here in a second. But for now, actually no. I am going to put... No, I'm not. Oh, hey, go away. I'm going to put Hibiscus down here just to kind of heal all of these boys. And then just... For anti-air, bear in mind, these are two fairly low star units. Look at them shred, guys. It's so easy. And these are the low tiers. Wait until you see some of the high tiers. Obviously, I haven't been paying attention to this, so, thank you, Kokodayo. I am going to go ahead and put Lava here. And then for support, I'm going to put Gaviel here. And that is pretty much it. We can just look away now. I'm going to look like a damn fool here in a second where a whole bunch of aircraft are going to come in because I know they're coming. Let's see how many close calls there are with the air, because I'm legitimately curious. And it's always funny just watching Shaw boop them right off the screen. Watching them shred, my boys. That guy's going to be over here, and I'm going to do something... Okay, that's what I was waiting on. Because that happens on occasion, and I lost one time when I wasn't paying attention there. So that's nice. Just like that. That's exactly what I wanted. That guy's pissing me off. Get him, Shaw! Yeah! Woo! That was close! And now there's just this guy, so I'm going to go ahead, get rid of you. I'm going to call in Mia. She's going to augment damage. And now we're just going to watch this dude melt. Done and done. So, whether or not you take that with a grain of salt is up to you. Like I said, the squads are horribly over-leveled for that. Don't really need that. But yeah, that's basically my super versatile squad to use in Arknights. And you can do this with literally any amount of money put into the game, or no money put into the game at all. It just takes a little bit of time to get Courier and Gaviel, and that's basically the gist of it. So, I hope you all learned something. I hope you had a wonderful day, and I hope you join me for the next video. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like and a comment. If you did not enjoy the video, drop a dislike and a comment letting me know how I can improve. Thank you all so much for stopping by, and I will see y'all next round.